Hi there, it's Julie Golding Page, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in St. Stephen, New Brunswick, Canada, along the tidal Scudig or St. Croix River, the traditional territory of the Passamaquoddy. And I'm very grateful that they share this beautiful place with us. So today I have a project for you, and I also have quite a lot of news because we're coming up to the end of 2 catalogs. And we're coming up to the beginning of another catalog, and I have some personal promotions on, as well as Stampin' Up's Last Chance sale, which is on until the end of May 1st. So let's get right to it. This is a great time to be crafting, whether you're new or an avid crafter. So let's get right to it and we'll see what we can do. All right, I'm just going to switch my phone here. Sorry about that. All right, so here you can see our project of the day. So this one is going to be using By the Bay paper, which is a sale item that is retiring soon. And in fact, I am using about 5 different things that are retiring soon, and many of them are on sale and discounted right now. So we'll get right to this project in just a couple of minutes. You can get a preview of the beautiful paper that's also retiring. I'm just going to move all these things out of the way so we have space to show all of the news. So I hope everybody's having a good beginning to their spring so far. We had some really warm weather at the beginning, but then it got a little bit cooler again, but not too bad. It hasn't been snowing or anything like that, so we've been pretty lucky compared to some other places, I think, in the country. So far, so good. All right, so let's go on to the news. So first of all, anytime that you order with me or you buy a product share or you purchase anything from me at all, including classes, I will send you the free pieces to make a card. So this is the card of the month for April. So I will send you the pieces to make this card. And all you have to add is a sentiment down here and the ink to go with it. So you can just use whatever you have in your stash, or if you need to buy some, I'd be happy to help you with that as well. And this is all from retiring products as well. I wanted to use these lovely things one more time before they go. And if you'd like to order with me, you can go to www.juliescraftaddict.com. That's where I have everything about my classes, my product shares, all my promotions and specials, some information about me, because I know on the internet you never know who you're talking to, so it's helpful to have a little bit about the person themselves. So that's on there as well. And you just need to go to my website and click on Shop with Me, and it'll take you to the right place on the Stampin' Up! Website, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is actually one of my classes. So I have a class coming up, which is going to be this one, Playing in the Rain. And this Playing in the Rain is just the cutest little set. And we had a lovely paper with it that is retiring. I'm not sure if it's still in stock or not. It was last time I looked, but it'll be disappearing soon. However, for our class, we're going to make 4 cards, and they're all going to be these nice little note cards. And we're going to be using brand new materials. So this is a brand new paper. So it is a sneak peek out of the brand new catalog. And it is, I believe it's called Fresh as a Daisy. And it's just so lovely. I like daisies so much. I think they're so cheerful. And instead of cutting these little guys out of the paper like we had been doing with the old paper, this one is actually colored with alcohol markers. And the alcohol markers are so smooth and do such a nice job that you wouldn't know that that wasn't professionally printed, would you? Because it just looks so fantastic. So I really like that, and I think that it's excellent to be able to color it that quickly, because it just took me a minute or two, and to get such a smooth result. So we're going to do that, and we're going to be using all these cute little guys in that class. Another class that I have coming up is this one with Irresistible Blooms. This is another stamp set that's carrying over and it's not retiring, so we'll still be able to get it. And this is going to be a simple stamping class, meaning that we only use one ink. We're going to be using this Night of Navy ink. and it's going to be fairly simple to stamp, and I'll have all the pieces all cut out for you as usual in all my classes. And these two online classes are available anywhere in Canada. And again, if you want some more information about them, they both also come with a $20 or $25 goodie bag included in the price. And you can just go to www.juliescraftaddict.com and click on online classes, and you'll be able to see all of the information there. I should mention too, I have a host code. So in order to obtain my promotions every month, please use the host code when you place an order with me. I'll have that link available for you right on this post after the broadcast today. And if you want to enter it yourself and are not sure how to do it, just send me off a message and I'll be happy to tell you. It's really easy. You just have to kind of know where to look for it. And when you do enter that host code, I give you a free tutorial bundle. I participate in a tutorial club each month, and it's demonstrators from around the Stampin' Up! World, and then you have more stamping inspiration for yourselves. Okay, so another thing that I have coming up because of the new catalog is a new color club. Actually, 2 new color clubs. So with all of the new colors that are coming out, there are 15 brand new colors or returning colors that we did not have in the past 2 years. So that's really exciting, but it can also be kind of expensive to buy all those ink pads. So this is why I wanted to design a color club. So you can choose from the core color club. So this is 10 of the new colors and you get 2 per month. Or this one is the in color club. It's 5 new colors and you get 1 per month. And they each include some different products in those coordinating colors. And so if you want to find out more about that, again, go to www.juliescraftaddict.com and you will see a tab that says New Color Clubs. And just click on that and it'll give you all the information, how many months that you're in the club, what it costs per month, the whole thing. And I hope that it will help to be able to collect all these new ink pads without breaking the bank at the same time. I know I'm going to have to pace myself as well because it's hard to buy all these things at once. And I also have some shares. Again, this is a great way to get a variety of products for a lot less than buying a full pack of any of them. So I have a designer series paper share, I have an embellishment share, and I have a specialty paper share. And so you can go online again to www.juliescraftaddict.com. And I'll also have the link here afterwards too for all these things. And you can check there and it gives all of the details under product shares. Okay. Now I have a personal promotion that is on right now just for this week. So I have what I'm calling a bonus bucket prize. So you can see my bucket here. So I loaded up my bucket with all these prizes, and with a purchase of a product share, an online class, or an order with host code until the end of this week, that is Friday, you will get to pick something from my bonus bucket. And I will ship it to you for free. So there's no cost for that at all. If you want to find out more about that, again, go to www.juliescraftaddict.com and you can just click on this little picture that's there and it'll take you to the right page with all the information. But I would love to gift you one of these nice little items that I've got in my prize bucket. All right, and one last thing before our project today, that is the last chance sale. It's more or less the last chance for the last chance sale right now, because it's only on until the end of May 1st or whenever the items sell out, and they have been selling rather quickly. So there's a number of things that are gone now for good. So if you want to take advantage of these discounted items, I'd say get there soon because they're going quickly and it's only a few days left. And you can stack up items for the clearance rack from the last chance sale and make your order with all those discounted items. Use my host code and I'll still give you all my promotions. You'd still get a bonus bucket prize and all that good stuff. So hopefully we can get more for our money during this time, because I know that it's kind of a tough time in terms of the economy right now. All right, now I'm trying to see if there's any comments on here so far, and I'm not seeing anything so far. I don't know. There's this thing on my phone that says stars enabled, and I don't know how to get rid of that. It seems to be there, and I can't seem to get rid of that. But anyways, hopefully the comments will start showing up before too long. If not, that's okay. I will go back and I'll make sure I look at all the comments, okay? All right, so let's get on to our project. So here it is. So here is our project we're going to be doing right now. And I am using this lovely Seaside Bay stamp set. So it's got all these beautiful seashore or lakeshore images. And this one is carrying over into the new catalog, so you don't have to worry. It's not going to disappear, but a lot of the products I'm using will disappear. So let's get right to it, and we'll start our stamping first. I always like to stamp first because I find that it is less chance that I'll have a big mess on my arm or on my sweater or on my table or on my project if I get the stamping done first. Oh, yay, I can see the comments. Hi, Kathy. Yes, haven't been able to see your comments for the past couple of weeks until much later, so I'm happy to say hello. It's great. Okay, so we are going to use a sentiment from this Seaside Bay stamp set, and I'm going to pick out this thank you one. Oh, and I should say too, it's good that this set has a sympathy sentiment. You don't often see those in stamp sets, and yet we need them quite frequently. And so it's really good to have that one in there, and I'm really glad that they put that in. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this onto my block, and I'm using Night of Navy ink for this. So let's see. This doesn't take too much ink, so you can see I didn't tap too hard or anything there. And the Night of Navy makes a nice crisp image usually. As you can see, that's really, really nice. Look at that. So if you're looking for an ink to use to do sentiments and get a nice crisp image with them, I find the darker colors work the best. You can use the medium tones and the lighter ones too, and I have. But I find the darker ones really, really work well. Okay, so that's it for our stamping. So I'm just going to put that away now. And again, that one was Night of Navy. And that color is continuing, so you don't have to worry about that. It is staying around. And let's see what we want to do next. Okay, so next I think what I'll show you is one of the items that is disappearing soon. And that is this Seashells 3D embossing folder. Now, this has been out for quite some time, and I have to say it's one of my favorite all-time embossing folders. So I'm going to just show it to you. It looks fantastic if you use it on vellum or a pearlized paper. You can just make such a beautiful image with this, especially if you combine it with the dies. And it's super easy to use. You just need the standard size Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. So it doesn't work in the mini, but you need the larger one. And here's how it embosses. I just did this earlier, so I wouldn't have to run away from the camera to my big machine. Isn't that beautiful? I think that's so nice. And you can imagine how it would look with a pearlized sheen on it too. Very pretty. And this one is actually done on mint macaron paper or mint macaroon, depending on what you call it. And mint macaron is actually retiring. It's one of my favorite colors in the Stampin' Up! Lineup. So I'm sorry to see it go, but you can still get the cardstock right now. I looked and they have the cardstock. The Stampin' Blends are on sale for $7.35, so that's a really good deal. The ink refills on sale for $4.40, and there's a soft velvet ribbon that looks very pretty, and that's only $4.60. So if you're looking for more mint macaron, you can get that right now. I'm going to also use this piece of Night of Navy. So we're going to use that piece, and I'll give you all the instructions for the card as well as the measurements on my blog post that I'll link here to the broadcast later, so you don't have to worry about the measurements right now. And then I have this paper. So this is part of the By the Bay paper, which is on sale for $16.80 because it is retiring May 1st. And let me just show you it. So this is By the Bay, And here are the patterns. So each page has one side that has iridescent elements to it, or it has gold. So isn't that beautiful? These mussels, and that's very pretty. It's almost holographic in a way. This one's got the gold. This one has gold as well. Another one with gold in a different color background. Gold again. Here's kind of that iridescent glossy finish. Another one like that. And this one's gold. We're using that one today. And this one's kind of that iridescent finish and iridescent again. And I'll just show you the other sides because some of them are quite spectacular too. Oh, you love this, sweet Kathy? Yeah, I do too. So just look at the beautiful, beautiful papers. So get yours now before they disappear. I think this is a super useful set of paper and it's so pretty. I just love the colors in it. So it does use mint macaron. So if you're buying some of this paper now, you might want to get some mint macaron items while you're at it before they disappear for good. So anyways, so many beautiful patterns there. And we're going to use this one today. So what I'm going to do to start with is to just adhere these two pieces together. So I'm going to use my Stamp and Seal. You can use any adhesive you want. It really doesn't matter, whatever your preference is. And I'm just going to glue that onto my piece of paper. So onto my Night of Navy rectangle. And then we're going to put it right onto our embossed paper here. Okay, so I'm just going to get my Stamp and Seal going here. And we're going to adhere that together. All right, so I put it about 3/4 of an inch from the left side, but you could put it wherever you wanted, really. It doesn't matter. Let's see, I put the other one going up. I could put this one going down, maybe just for something a little different. All right, so we'll just adhere that. And next, we're going to take our lovely little tag here and just kind of place it where we think we might like it, because now we need to add our extra pieces here. So these pieces, these mussel shells, are actually from the DSP, from the patterned paper. So what I did was I just cut off a little piece of one of the papers with the little mussels in it. So I cut out one fully, and then I just cut out this one partially. And you can see it, you can just cut it out. So I'm going to use my paper snips here and very quickly cut that out. All right. And then we're going to put those two together. All right, I'm just going to put that in the bin. There we go. Okay, so how this one was arranged is kind of like this, and then that one was over top. Now you can see these ones were cut out just from the paper. They were already like that together in the paper. But for these two, I liked that effect, so I just cut out two, and I'm going to stick them together. Okay, so I'm just going to place them over here so we can kind of see where we want them. That's more or less what we want to do. Okay, so I'm going to just use a glue dot. So these are the mini glue dots, and they're $7.25 for 300 of them, so you get a lot. I really like these. I've been using them for about 15 years now, and they are the best thing. We use them for school stuff, household stuff, all kinds of things. All right, and then this one, I think I'll just put a little... Do I want a glue dot, or maybe I'll pop that up, actually. I think that would look nice. I couldn't do that in my original card because those were together. But this time, I can actually pop it up if I want. So I think that's what I'll do, just to make it a little bit different. All right, here we go. So I'll just put that over top of the other one. There we go, that looks nice. Just gives it a little bit more dimension there. And now that we've got those on, we can go ahead and put dimensionals on the back and stick the tag right onto our panel. So I'm going to do that next. So these are the regular size Stampin' Dimensionals. These ones cost $6 and you get 300 of them, which is great. And the little mini ones are these ones, and you get 720 of them for the same price, $6. They're not going up in price in the new catalog. A lot of things are. So everything from the liquid glue to cardstock, fancy paper, everything pretty much across the board is going up. For example, this is the multi-purpose liquid glue, and it has been $5.50 for a really long time, but it's going up by $2. So if you're interested in some liquid glue, now is a great time to get it while it's still there for the same old price that we're used to. Stampin' Up! Put off its price increases for a really long time, but like everybody else, they're suffering from all this inflation stuff, so they had to put them up. All right, here we go. So, oh, Kathy, you said so pretty. Yeah, the paper is so lovely. I just really, really like this one. And this is one of my favorite ribbons. So it's called, let's see, what did they say? So Pool Party is the color, and it is called 3/8 of an inch sheer ribbon. And you can see how sheer it is. If you put the layers together, you get kind of a brighter color, but it's so pretty. I've used this for so many things, and it's retiring too. And it's only $5.77 right now, which is a really good price. So I thought I'd use that one more time before it disappears too. So I'm just going to do the little bunny ear method of making a bow here. So you make a bow, or not a bow, sorry, you make a little ear here, just a little loop. You go down the ribbon and make another little loop. Then you just cross them over each other and put one of them through and pull, and that is it. And then you get a fairly flat middle piece that you can see I'm just holding with my fingers there, and I can pull it as much as I want to adjust the size, bigger, smaller, whatever, and then pull it tight when you're done. And I really, really like that method. I wish somebody had shown it to me a long time ago, because it's so much easier. It takes a little practice like anything, but it works, I find at least, really well. But everybody's different, so if you try it and it doesn't work for you, that's okay. I'm sure that there are other techniques as well. That's something I like about paper crafting. There's always a different way to do it. If a certain way doesn't suit you, that's all right. You can find a different way. All right, I'm going to just put this nice little bow on with a glue dot. So I'm just going to put that there over to the side. All right, and my bow is just a little bit too long. The other thing I like about this ribbon, besides how pretty it is it's super easy to trim. And I should say these paper snip scissors are really good too. They're very sharp, and they're specifically made for this kind of thing in paper crafting. And so I find that they work extremely well for whatever I want to do. Okay, so now we don't have too much left to do in our project, but we're going to get out our card base. So just to be a little bit different about it, I cut my piece of cardstock, which is 8.5 by 11, lengthways instead of crossways. So usually you'd see a 5.5 by 8.5 card base. This time it's 4.25 by 11. So it just gives it a little bit of a different look. And it's amazing how just a tiny, tiny difference will actually change the feel of something. So I like that about paper crafting too. You can always make these little adjustments and kind of get something new. All right, so I'm going to use some dimensionals to put my project together here. And I always put one on each corner. And then I like one in the middle, because then it doesn't kind of sag or press down in the middle, particularly if you're going to mail it. I find if you mail things, the pressure from being with all the other things on top of it will often press the middle of your card down, then it looks kind of saggy in the middle. I don't really like that, so I try to put one of the dimensionals in the middle to keep it upright. Okay, so we are almost there. Oh, I should show you what these dies are too. I forgot to do that. So these dies are not retiring, which is really good. These are scallop contours dies. So they make these scallop rectangles, and it also coordinates with a stamp set that has some flowers, as you can see. But honestly, I've only ever used these rectangles, and I use them quite a lot. I find them really, really good. Okay, so we're going to put our embellishments on now, and I'm using another retiring product. This one is opal rounds, and the opal rounds are, oh, a really good price, $5.12. I might have to get some. Look, I have 3 left. That's only just enough to make this project, and then I am out. So let's see, I'll put one up there, and maybe one over here. I like to put 3. That's a little too far. There we go. And I like to draw the eye across the card, across all the elements you want people to see. And so that's why I use kind of this triangle shape. And also, odd numbers of things tend to work better in design than even numbers of things. You can use even groups of odd numbers. Like you could have 2 groups of 3 and that works. But it's always these 3s or 5s or 7s or 9s that tend to really, really pop when you do your designs. So that's what I try to do. And there is our Seaside Bay card. So it's a pretty simple design. You could actually use this for a lot of other cards as well. And spoiler alert, I'm going to put a this or that on Julie's Craft Attic Facebook page later this week, I think probably on Thursday, to see which design you like better, if you like this one or another one that I'm going to show you, which is exactly the same design but with different colors and stamp set, but it's just the same design. So you can see how different it will look just from changing up a few things. So thank you very much for joining me today. Again, you can find all my specials, promotions, product purchases, classes, and product shares at www.juliescraftattic.com. And I hope you have a wonderfully crafty week. Bye for now, everybody.